Thank you for attending the training about the expansion of our Hy-Vee WIC online ordering project. We're very excited to be at this stage after 3 years of intense planning and work. Anyone is welcome to watch this training, but it's especially important for local agencies that have a Hy-Vee store near one or more of their clinics. In the training today, we're going to give you some general information about how the pilot has been going so far, discuss the pilot expansion, discuss some ways we and Hy-Vee will be promoting the project in your areas, give you a demonstration of how the system works, tell you about some materials you can use to help support your clients in using the system, and explain how you and your clients can ask questions and provide feedback about the system. As I'm sure you've heard, this project has been funded by the USDA through the Center for Nutrition and Health Impact, formerly known as the Gretchen Swanson Center for Nutrition. And we're working with Iowa WIC, Nebraska WIC, our eWIC service provider, FIS CDP, and the supermarket chain Hy-Vee, which has put a lot of resources into this project. Wisconsin WIC has also been consulting on the project. The pilot has been running at the Brooklyn Park Hy-Vee store since February. A big shout out to the Hennepin County WIC staff members for helping make this pilot a success. They've been doing a great job promoting it to their clients. On February 16th, Minnesota had the first online WIC transaction in the nation. So far, we've had over 60 households place online orders, and the orders have totaled over $10,000. Participants seem to really like the online shopping option, with the vast majority of clients using it multiple times. One client is the winner, having placed 11 orders so far. A couple of interesting things we've noted: people are buying almost twice as much food in their online purchases than they are in their in-store purchases. We're not sure why that is yet. We've been amused to see that a large percentage of the orders are placed in the middle of the night when we figure people are up with their infants. You can, after all, shop on your cell phone with one hand while holding a baby. As of May 27th, the pilot will officially be expanding to 27 Hy-Vee stores in Minnesota. Here are the cities with one or more Hy-Vees that will take online WIC orders. Those are Albert Lea, Austin, Brooklyn Park, Cottage Grove, Eagan, Fairmont, Faribault, Glencoe, Casson, Lakeville, Mankato, Maple Grove, Marshall, New Hope, New Prague, New Ulm, Oakdale, Owatonna, Rochester, St. Peter, Savage, Shakopee, Spring Lake Park, Windham, Winona, and Worthington. The Brooklyn Park location, as we said, was the original pilot site, and they've been running online ordering since February. There are 5 Hy-Vees in Minnesota that will not be offering online WIC shopping, at least for now, and these stores don't have the personnel to shop the orders or bring orders curbside. So currently, any online shopping in those stores is done by a third-party vendor, and they only involve delivery, not curbside pickup. The 5 stores that will not be enabled for online WIC transactions are in Mankato, which has another store that will be enabled, Maplewood, Plymouth, Robbinsdale, and Rochester, which has 3 other stores that will be enabled. The stores that will offer online ordering will be listed on a flyer that is currently on our website. We'll talk about materials for local agencies to use for online shopping later in the presentation. Here's a map of the Hy-Vees that will be enabled for online WIC transactions as of May 27th. You can see Hy-Vees are only located in the southern part of Minnesota, and they're also located in several other states. You, the local agency staff members, are definitely the ones that will be having the greatest impact on whether participants try online shopping during the pilot, and we're very grateful in advance for all of your efforts. We're going to send out some app messages to try to help get the word out too. The first app message will go out on May 28th to participants in the areas of local agencies that have received the training, and we'll say something general like what is in this slide, just letting participants know they can try online shopping. The next app message will go out 2 to 3 weeks after that in mid-June. We did see a bump in sales after these app messages went out to the participants near the Brooklyn Park store, so that was nice. Hy-Vee will likely also be promoting the project through emails to current customers, banners or pop-ups on their app, and announcements over their in-store PA systems. On our website, we have links to documents we created to help support your clients with online ordering. They're under Shopping Help and then Online Shopping. Participants can also quickly get to these documents through the app. They would click on shopping tips, then shopping for WIC foods, which takes them to the website. They click on online shopping to view the documents we put there to help them use the Hy-Vee system. We also have some signs in case you want to post one or more at your clinic, and we can send those out via email. First, we have a flyer to promote it that we would love to have you pass out to your WIC clients. It does list all the stores offering online ordering on the back. Second, we have a document with explanations of how a client can add their card, shop, and place their order in the system. There's a little information near the end of the document about what to do if there are transaction problems. Issues with online shopping can be sent to us directly at health.wicvendor@state.mn.us. But remember that all other transaction issues should go through the Minnesota Help Desk first. Hy-Vee also has a help desk called Customer Care. If a client has a problem related to the order fulfillment, we encourage them to contact Hy-Vee's Customer Care for assistance. And third, we have a frequently asked questions document that answers some of the questions posed by clients so far. Right now, these materials are only available in English, but as the materials themselves are finalized, we'll translate them into additional languages. The documents I highlighted, the flyer, the instructions, and the FAQ document, aren't finalized yet because we want to learn from you and your clients about what information is the most helpful. This is still a pilot project, and not only do we want to learn about what you and your clients think, our project is the first in the nation to roll out online ordering for WIC, and the Center for Nutrition and Health Impact and the USDA are looking to us for lessons learned and best practices we develop. They'll be sending our documents out to other projects so they can use them as examples in the future. We have a link for participants to a short survey on the information document I referenced earlier, and we'll be sending additional surveys out to clients in the coming months to get their feedback on the system and on online ordering in general. The Center for Nutrition and Health Impact will offer gift cards to clients for their time filling out some of the longer surveys, and we'll give you more information on that when they're ready to send out the surveys. We also encourage you to send questions and suggestions to us at health.wicvendor@state.mn.us, and that email address is on the slide here as well. I'll be demonstrating how a WIC order can be placed on Hy-Vee's website called Aisles Online, but first I'd like to go over a few points. There is a $24.95 minimum order for online ordering, and pickup at the store is free, but there is a $9.95 fee for delivery with a limited delivery area around each store. Clients can make substitutions if they choose, and they can have Hy-Vee staff select the substitute, or they can say what item they would like substituted if their original selection is out of stock. If the store is unable to fulfill an item in an online order, they will run the transaction without the item, and all the benefits not used will remain on the WIC card. If the order then falls under the $24.95 minimum, the order will still be processed, even if it falls under that amount. For order pickup, you pull up to the store, tell your name to the staff person who's at the curb, and they put your foods right into your car. Hy-Vee Customer Care should be contacted with any problems with fulfillment, and this can be found under the help function on their website. Note that Hy-Vee Aisles Online can't currently accept SNAP in the same transaction as WIC. A client can instead place two transactions for pickup at the same time, but both would need to be at least $24.95. Hy-Vee is working to integrate SNAP into the same transaction as WIC, but it's going to take a little while because they've devoted many of their resources to WIC enablement. By federal regulations, only one WIC card can be used in a transaction, so unfortunately, foster families need to have a separate Hy-Vee account for each card. One of the great features of the system is that you can easily see what item is WIC allowed when you're shopping, so there are no surprises when checking out. And now I'll demonstrate how a WIC order can be placed on Hy-Vee's Aisles Online website. So please bear with me while I stop sharing, and then I'll bring that website up for you. Okay, here we are at the Hy-Vee Aisles Online website, and you can see there's a lot of functions here at the top. What we're going to do first is log in. And if a participant already has an account with Hy-Vee, they can certainly continue to use that same account and they could just add their WIC card into that account. But for those who don't have an account, we're going to create one now. And then we'll go ahead and put our information in here. Okay, and then we can go ahead and create our accounts. And it takes just a second. And then it'll ask you if you want to join the Hy-Vee Perks program. You can certainly do that if you want to. For today, we're going to say remind me later. And I'm just going to cancel here. And the first thing that you want to do is select a store once you've created your account. So you'll go here to the select a store. And I'm going to choose pickup as the option I prefer. And then it will ask me for the location. I'm going to choose the Brooklyn Park location. Okay, and it brings up Brooklyn Park. It also brings up other stores within kind of a close radius to where I'm looking, but I'm going to select the Brooklyn Park store. We'll select our time slot later as we get closer to the end of the process. So everything looks good for now. We're going to select save. Okay, and then the next thing you'll want to do is go to your profile, which is right here with the person icon in a drop down. And then you're going to go to my profile. And we've already chosen our store, so we don't need to do that here, but it does have our information here. And then you're going to choose my account. And you'll go to payment methods. And here it shows all of the different payment methods we have, but we don't have any added at this point in time. We can add our WIC card now. And you'll just follow the prompts. So we're going to choose Minnesota as our state and then sign into WIC Direct. And here we don't have our login credentials yet. So we're going to select don't have an account, register here. And then we're going to type in our card number. So I'm going to do that now. And you'll select the birth date of the cardholder and the zip code. And then you would choose next. And it takes just a moment here to come through. Okay, so here we're going to select our username. There can't be any spaces in that, so just note that. Okay, and then we've done all the work we need to do there. Here it shows the first and last name of the cardholder and their phone number. You'll just go ahead and hit register. And it says we've successfully registered the participant account, but we need to look at our email in order to confirm that we are this person. So we'll come here, and here it is right here. So we've received a user registration request. I want to confirm my email. And then it's going to take me back to my login credentials, and that's when I would go ahead and use the username and password that I just entered a few moments ago. And then we're going to say login. And this page, it just shows a few different things. It looks maybe a little intimidating, but just keep in mind that this is only allowing Hy-Vee to access what benefits are actually on a card so that they can compare the benefits that are on the card with the benefits from the online order. So that's really just all we're doing right here. And we want to say yes, grant access. Okay, and then we'll see here that my WIC card has been added. So you can even view your benefits here, and it'll show you the different things that are on your card. And so you know what you have if you are ready to go shopping. So we've got some cheese, some breakfast cereals, some legumes, some breads, some fruits and vegetables. I also have some formula down there, but we're gonna just basically be placing our order for the food items today. So the first thing you can do is shop. You can shop by category if you want to. One of the things I like to do is to just search in the search function for the things I'm looking for. So I'm gonna search for cheese. And it will bring up all the cheeses that are available on the Hy-Vee website to order online. This will show you all of the different cheeses, and you can certainly scroll through to try to look to find the WIC eligible notes that are in the different products. Or if you wanted to, you could also filter that by your WIC orders only. So let's take a look up here and see. So you can see this banner in the left navigation side, and you can choose your WIC eligible cheeses here. And then what it will show you is only the WIC eligible cheeses. So that's kind of a nice function because then you know that all the cheeses you're looking at here are WIC eligible. So I am going to choose some sharp cheddar. And I might want two of those, so I'm going to increase my amount to two in my cart, and then I'll continue shopping. Okay, and what else does my family like? Let's see. Um, we've got a lot of cheddar here, so how about some mozzarella? And it shows here what you can do with this part. So we're gonna choose the 8 ounce, and we'll add it to the cart. And we'll go to our cart here, and we can see what we have in our cart at any time. So right now I have $11.06 in my cart, and I'm looking for $24.95. So let's keep shopping. So once again, you can see all of the tortillas here. If you want WIC eligible, you can just hit that little box on the left navigation side, and it will show you the 2 items that are WIC eligible. So since I got some cheese, I think I might want to be making some quesadillas for my family tonight. So I'm gonna choose this, and I can clip a coupon if I want. Add that to cart. And then I'm going to search for some fresh produce. So let's look up some lettuce. And we can see here all of our different lettuces. I'm going to get one of these and chop it up to put in my taco. Okay. And then we can also just search fresh fruits. And we can see all of the things here. I really like strawberries, and I know my kids do too. So I'm going to add that to the cart. And they eat a lot of them, so I'm going to increase that to 2. And I think I'm going to get some avocados as well. I'm going to get 2 of those too. Now let's take a look at our cart and see where we're at as far as our amount goes. Yep, we've reached our minimum amount order. So we can go ahead and check out now if we're finished. And you can see here the estimated total is $34.31. That just means what the total for the entire transaction is. It hasn't yet taken the WIC off of that. So we'll see that here in a minute in a different screen. So we're going to go to checkout. And here we have our pickup location, and now I can reserve my time slot. So I'll go in here and take a look at the different time slots. Now, if I wanted to order it really quickly today, I might have to pay a fee to get it expedited. But if I'm not in any hurry to get my stuff, I can just go ahead and choose a different day, and then the time slots are free. So we'll go ahead and I'm an early riser. Let's select 8 o'clock. So we'll hit select there. And we've got our time slot. Everything looks good. We've got our location and pickup preference. And I'll hit save. Okay. And so we've got all of that done. In order to get text notifications, you can enter your phone number in there and they will let you know status updates. I don't have any special order instructions, so I don't really have anything to put there. You can also choose your vehicle type here, and that just basically lets them know that you're going to be coming in that vehicle to pick up your items. Okay, so everything looks good there. We're going to continue. Okay. And when you get to this screen, you do want to make sure that you've got apply eligible WIC benefits on if it's not on. And that way it takes that estimated total down to 0. So I'm not going to be paying for anything with any personal payment method. It's going to all come off of my WIC card, which shows me here it's the total. And then it shows my eligible items here. So I've ordered 2 of the Kraft cheddar. I've got some mozzarella, my tortillas, and then my produce are here too. Okay, everything looks good here, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. Okay, and here's the substitutions page. So at this point in time, I can choose substitutes or not. I can use that with this toggle button. So if I don't want to allow substitutes, that's just fine. I don't have to. If I do want to allow substitutes, we'll go ahead and take a look at this one. So for the strawberries, basket and bushel strawberries, so substitute, yeah, I can choose my own substitution. I want to see what other substitutions are on that for me. And I'm fine with Driscoll strawberries, so I'll select that as my substitution, and you can see that the substitution is on there. For the lettuce, I'll go ahead and choose another substitution. I'm fine with the organic romaine lettuce, so let's go ahead and select that as our substitution there. Okay, and everything else, I'm just going to allow them to choose the substitution for me. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to continue. Okay, and then this is the review and payment screen. It will ask you to add a card. All it does is put a temporary hold on the card. I think it's a $1, just in case there's something outside of the WIC order that they would need to charge, but it doesn't get charged. It's just something that's required to complete the order process. So the card number, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing because I don't want everyone to see my card number information, and then I'll come back on once I've gotten it in. Okay, so now I'm sharing my screen again, and as you can see, I did enter my card information. I didn't want to broadcast that on the training today, but it does have my address and things like that, and then the card nickname you can choose or not. And then you see that the estimated total is 0 because that's WIC is covering everything, and you can accept the terms and conditions, and then says you can update it until Monday, 5/27 at 4 a.m. I'm going to place my order. And it just takes a second. It will come up with a your order has been placed screen. Okay. And so that just shows you that it's been placed. It gives you your confirmation number here with all the information about what you did. And you can also view your order if you would like to. So you can take a look and see what it was that you ordered if you so choose. So that's the end of our presentation today. And thanks so much. We're very excited about this new option for online ordering. If you have any questions, please contact us at health.wicvendor@state.mn.us. All right, thank you.